What's up, watchers, and welcome back to today's episode of the Runescape 3 Ironman. So here we are with the last quest that I'm going to complete tonight, being Horror from the Deep. The requirements for this quest is only 35 agility, but you do need to do the Barbarian Bar Crawl first, which is also pretty simple. You just go and get drunk. So we're going to accept the quest, and then we'll go through the items that you need to complete the quest. After she stopped talking, and you need to see what you can do. And there we go. So you're going to need 60 steel nails, 2 regular planks for the quest. You're going to need 1 of each elemental rune, a sword that you're willing to lose. Don't put anything expensive in it if you don't want to lose it, because this sword's going to be used in a little puzzle inside, and you will lose it, and there's no way of getting it back. Same with the arrow. You can use any arrow you want. The only arrow I had in the bank was a rune one. The only sword I had is an adamant one, but I can just buy them back, so I'm not that bothered about them. You're going to need 1 molten glass, 1 swamp tar, 1 tinderbox. The tinderbox on your tool belt doesn't work, so bear that in mind. And a games necklace for quick teleports to the Barbarian outpost. Failed attempt number 1. Failed attempt number 2. I wonder how many attempts it's going to take me to get back to the lighthouse. I didn't fall once on the way there. And attempt number 3 failed. Hey, we finally made it. It's about time too. Well, we made it first time that time. I forgot to get the key from the barbarian dude over there. At least I didn't fail the jump 4 more times. So when you get to this part of the quest, don't craft it. Right click it, use it on the lighting mechanism. You repair the lens, then use the swamp tar on the lighting mechanism, and then use the tinderbox to light the lighthouse. And there we go. So I've just noticed after lighting the lighthouse that I have like some primo graphics in this little area, and then I turn and look that way, not so primo. The good stuff, and then there's that. I think they may have forgotten to change a bit of the map for lighting textures. So this is the part of the quest where you're going to lose your sword and your arrow, and also 1 of each of your runes. So you just want to use your fire rune on the door, and then your air rune on the door. Don't think you'll get it back. No chance of getting it back. And again with the water rune. Next up is the earth rune. No. Next up is the sword. You want to use that on the strange wall and rip a couple of KGP, and then a rune arrow on the door, and the door should now unlock. Oh no, wrong thing. You have to open the strange wall. There we go. So this is the part of the quest where you do a little bit of combat. So it's only 1 Dagonoth. I've killed hundreds, literally hundreds of them, to get my skeletal before I realised that the lunar armour was way better. So now that we've done that, we'll just talk to Josic again. There we go. Can't be in combat when you do it, that's kind of annoying. Oh yeah, the Dagonoth mother. So for this one, you actually need to switch spells to do damage. So air is white, and I might not get into the other phases to show you. Right, anyway, so when the Dagonoth mother is white, use air spells, such as air strike, air bolt, air blast, such and such. When she turns blue, you want to use water spells, such as Water Strike, Water Bolt. When she turns brown, it's earth spells. Red is fire spells. Orange is melee attacks. If you don't have melee, that's fine. Just tank through it, keep your adrenaline up, use a defensive ability if you need to. I don't think you will. And green is ranged attacks. So it's a dead easy fight once you've got some levels behind you. If you're doing it at a low level, don't bother switching, just bring the magic. Don't bother with, because you just waste inventory space that can be used for food. And healing is a lot better than having, what would it be, a 7-way switch if you brought a typeless cape, because if you wear magic armour and try and use melee weapons, you're not going to hit because you'll have no accuracy. But anyway, that is the quest completed. 2 quest points, a little bit of XP and stuff. The most important thing is we get access to the god books now. Right, so we've got to the bit where we get to pick a book. I'm hoping it's like old school and I don't have to finish that book. I can just claim all the books and fill them up when I get the pages from Clue Scrolls. So I'm going to pick Zamorak because I do have a Zami page already. Yeah, I'm sure. So there we go, and hopefully if we click on Holy Books, yes, right, so we can buy them. It looks like they're 5,000 coins each, which is pretty expensive compared to old school because they're normally free. But yeah, we can now get any book that we like, which is pretty handy. It gives us 2 prayer bonus when it's like not filled, when it's a damaged book, which will do for putting in my pocket slot because that's 2 prayer bonus that I wouldn't have otherwise. And once you've filled the book, you get +5, or no, sorry, you get +4 in all stats plus your 2 prayer bonus. And then after you've completed the 1 piercing note quest, you can make illuminated god books, which give you +7 and +4 respectively to combat stats and prayer bonus. So we're going to be starting the family crest quest, and I managed to say it right this time. So for this quest, all you're going to need is 40 mining, 40 smithing, 40 crafting and 59 magic. So it's all hand in hand stuff other than the magic. And the required items are going to be a cooked shrimp, a cooked salmon, a cooked tuna, cooked bass, cooked swordfish, 2 cooked rubies, an anti-poison potion, any magic weapon, and the elemental runes for the blast spells. So that being air blast, water blast, earth blast and fire blast. And that's all you're going to need to complete the quest. So I'm going to start the quest, and once I've hit accept, we will cue some music, speed the clip up and come back with the rewards. So that's pretty much it for the quest. We are pretty much done. I'm just going to take a sip of anti-poison. So I did cock a few bits up there, went to the wrong pub. What else did I do? I went to the wrong pub, went into the wilderness, because that's where he used to be. Where that obelisk was where Chronozone used to spawn. But obviously, Easy Escape being Easy Escape, they must have changed that at some point. So I went the wrong way there. But on the bright side, I didn't forget any items. So we'll go and pick up the rewards. The main reward from it being... Well, I'll tell you when we've got it up on screen. It's most people will know about it anyway from other people's guides and things. But we've got all 3 quest pieces. And this should be the end. There we go. So we get the family gauntlets, which is chaos gauntlets, cooking gauntlets and smelting gauntlets. Now the biggest thing from doing this is you can now store silver and gold in your metal bank, the ores. And I think as well, if you have the smelting gauntlets on, you can do 60 bars at a time, and instead of going into your inventory, they stay in your metal bank, so it's a little bit more AFK. I'll have to go and check that, but for now I'm going to get the cooking gauntlets, because I've got a few hundred fish that I need to cook for 70 cooking eventually. And I don't plan on doing any more smithing for now, because I've already got my new pickaxe, being the Orichalcum +3. So I can now mine them gems real quick while I'm on nights. So if you want your cooking gauntlets, all you've got to do is come to Caleb, and I think you have to pay him 25k, and he will give you the cooking gauntlets. Oh, maybe your first pair's free, but normally it's 25k to switch them, I think, and I think you can right click switch now as well. The other choice is, if you've got 2 mil spare, you can buy the other 2 pairs off the other brothers for £1 mil a piece. I'm not going to do that because I'm cheap. So it looks like I forgot to do a couple of my monthlies this month. I've only got 14 days until reset. So I just finished the Troll Invasion one for some Herbalore XP. And there we go, easy as that. 2 levels in Herbalore. Nothing particularly useful. That's going to be definitely something that I leave for a long time. I'm not doing agility. So the next quest that I'm going to be doing is the, well, I say quest, is the next mini quest within a quest for Recipe for Disaster, is freeing the goblins. And as a part of the item requirements, you need some gnome spice or spice and oranges. Now, I didn't know where to get the gnome spices from, but I did know that I could buy the oranges from here. So you can buy an orange, they're 70 GP each, but it's only 70 GP. You can pickpocket 24 men and get that much GP, and then gnome spices with the leftovers. So, as it turns out, I haven't watched the cutscene yet, so we will skip through the cutscene. They're the 2 plonkers that I'm going to be saving today. Evil Dave might be next, because he has another quest after that in the quest line that's pretty good for agility experience. And then after that we need like 70 cooking and a couple of quests for the rest of them. Big chompy bird hunting for 2, so... there goes Osman, we've already met him in a quest. Scratch, I haven't met in a quest, but I've done a clue scroll. There we go, everyone's getting wind rushed. If anybody can remember that spell pre-EOC. Oh dear. I'll be back. So, false alarm with the kid. He's alright. Just lost his dummy. So, we're coming in with the end of this part. Just use the slop of compromise, and there we go. I don't think we'll get any levels from this. I should have done it earlier realistically, but 1000 XP doesn't take too long in these skills. It's like 10 minutes of mining. Not even 10 minutes, it's like 2 minutes of mining. There we go. 7 council members left, and I don't think I can do any of them, to be honest.